my shoulder. Here's the window. I'm going to try to fall right through here. What I'm going to do is that small one that's in the way, I'm going to put a face cut in it. Small one, I'll put a face cut in it and half of a back cut. And then when that tree hits it, it'll push both of them down and they'll both go right down through that window.
Onto the bigger tree, and both of these trees I had to clear some brush around them before I could even start working on them. I got to clean it up. I always like a perfect face cut as much as possible. Okay, most people are going to wonder what I'm doing right here, and this is a trick I kind of developed on my own. The reason I saw back and forth is so I can feel what the wood is doing in regards to pinching my saw. If it starts to slowly sag in, it looks like a top bind, but it turned out to not be. I couldn't tell if it was a top bind or if it was just laying flat, but I do that because if it starts to pinch your saw, you can feel it right away when you're sawing. If you're just holding it static, like most people do when they're cutting, and they're not really moving it that much, you can be getting pinched and not feel it. And the whole reason for being able to feel it is you can pull your saw out of the cut before it gets fully locked in there. And what I'm doing right here is a boring cut. I bored in there instead of just cutting from underneath. And that allowed me to stay clear of the dirt, and I totally didn't touch the dirt at all. Also, putting a wedge in there and driving it down, because it spreads the top of the tree apart, it causes it to lift up in the air a little bit. So the underside gets a little more clearance off the ground. Of course, you want to be sure not to hit any rocks or dirt or anything there. Well, this tree fell down exactly through the window that I wanted. It just went right down, slipped right down, both of them. Knocked the smaller one down right in front of it. And that's a good day right there. And now I'm going to fall a really big one. It's going to be in the next video. 144 footer.